Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Actually, what am I talking about? Happy Thursday. I was just checking to make sure that you was awake. Happy Thursday. What's up? It is time for a day in the life of business. This is the real biz life. Definitely excited about today. I have some really good stuff to talk about. So it's your chief visionary, Natasha Davis. And what I encourage you to do is don't be selfish. You can share me. Go and invite some other people to come and hang out with us here inside my business lab. Because today we're going to talk about 6 really important automations that every business really should be taking advantage of. So we are here live. We're live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And so go ahead, come on and jump in here with me. Let's hang out. We are going to have a little music. We got to loosen up a little bit, but then we're going to go right inside the business lab and we're going to talk about those really, really important things. You know how challenging it could be in business and how also interesting business can be, right? Especially with everything that's translating these days, so many new things are happening. Algorithms are changing. Platforms are evolving. Requirements are changing. Expectations are increasing. And as a business owner, you have to show up quicker, more accurately, more efficiently. You have to be able to respond and turn on a dime. What were we talking about? Pivoting, right? And so when we get ready to jump in the business lab, I hope you have your pen and your paper ready, because we are going to talk about 6 important automations that you should really include inside of your business, right? So it's your chief visionary, Natasha Davis, right here. It's a day in the life of business. It is Thursday. Happy Thursday to you. I know you've had a full week, and so we need to loosen up. We need to really get into a place of like, what are we doing? It's a good day. Can y'all hear my tunes? Let me know. Right? I hope you can hear it. This is some good stuff right here. Send me an emoji or something. Let me know. Let me get an ear emoji, a thumbs up or something like that. Drop it in the chat room for me. And I want to know, I'm here, baby. Here I am. Happy Thursday, guys. It's your chief visionary, Natasha Davis. And we are getting ready to go in the business lab. We're going to talk about how and why we should have automation and what those automations are and why should we have them and what's the value of them, right? So we're going to talk about it. But here I am, baby. Here I am. Go ahead, move it around a little bit. Let that blood flow pump. Get your shoulders moving. It's okay to dance. It's okay to enjoy the tunes. Do you know who's singing? Do you know who's singing? Who's on deck? Who's entertaining us this morning? If you know, drop it in the chat room. If you don't, come on now. Here I am, baby. Come on, let's go. I'm signed, sealed, delivered, and I'm yours. Good morning, Built on Faith. How's it going? Yes, let's go. Good morning, my Instagram, my LinkedIn, my Facebook, my YouTube. Good morning. I want you to be ready for some time to talk about automation. Why and what? Here I am, baby. Let's go. What are we? Signed, sealed, delivered, and I'm yours. Your chief visionary is right here. All you got to do is sign, seal it, and deliver it. Oh, my goodness. It's a wonderful day. Yes, Stevie Wonder, Eric Jackson. You better say that thing, Eric. What's up, LinkedIn? Eric said Stevie Wonder. Of course. That's right. Of course, it's Stevie Wonder. Listen, loosen up. Let's have fun. All right, guys, you know what? Stop playing around. We have work to do. We need to jump inside of the business lab. It's your chief visionary, Natasha Davis. We are talking about automation. And over the past few years, I have heard a lot of people running away from automation. And for different reasons, I've heard some interesting excuses. I've heard some valid ones too, where I was like, But then I was like, girl, get it together. No, that's not a good reason, right? So if you are repeating a process, you need to automate it. You need to automate it, right? Automation is definitely the thing that's going to help you to be the most profitable. It's going to save time. It's also going to help you to communicate more effectively and more efficiently, right? And so don't run away from automation. Automation of business processes is actually a profitable move. It's a profitable move. It's actually a business strategy. That's a part of your business model. How do you get your responses, your products, your information to and from? How do you manage things internally? So I'm going to give you 6 important automations that you should be thinking of, including in your business. And if you haven't included those things in your business, then you might want to do that. The other thing you want to think about is if you have it in your business, then what you should be doing is sharpening that. So automation number 1, this one here is actually a pet peeve of mine. Scheduling. There is no valid reason why you don't have a way for people to book time with you automatically. It shouldn't be that I have to pick up a phone, I have to call you, I have to wait, I have to go back and forth, or we have to send 6 different dates. That works, that doesn't work, this one works, what about this time? That is a waste of time and it is not efficient, okay? It is not streamlined. And so scheduling. So there's so many great tools out here that we can use to schedule our appointments. If you have a CRM system, that system may already include like scheduling, something like Infusionsoft Keep has a calendar already built in, so you wouldn't need to get another external calendar, and you keep everything that's your CRM. You have another tool such as Calendly. You have Schedule Once, right? You have Visita. So you have so many different options. So you definitely need to make sure that you are scheduling, having an online schedule. I have such a difficult time processing when I say, hey, let's schedule some time, and they're sending me dates in an email, like pick a date, and they listen like 20 different dates. Okay, where's your scheduling link? Because I'm not about this life. I'm really not about this life, right? I'm like, no, don't send me all that. Give me a link, baby. Give me a link. And so definitely scheduling is number 1. Get it on an online calendar, but also make sure that your calendar is current and up to date. So when someone does book with you, that they can see it. Here's another pet peeve of mine with respect to yes, Kenya LinkedIn. Calendly is awesome. Listen, I love that you love Calendly, and I love that you're using a calendar. It's a game changer, big game changer. Here's another thing that's super important. Please turn on the notifications for you and for the person. Please turn on the notifications. It just makes me cringe when I book an appointment with someone on their calendar. I show up for the meeting, whether it's virtual or I'm calling, and they didn't remember we had a meeting. And I'm thinking, how is that possible? Because I booked it on your calendar. How could you not remember that we had a meeting? It's your calendar. So please turn on the notifications. Huge pet peeve. And also, it doesn't look good with you as a business person when you don't follow through on your meetings. Like, you have an appointment, respect your time, respect the other person's time, and be professional. Yes? All right. Automation number 2 that we should be looking at. Most importantly, invoicing. You need to automate your invoicing. Don't leave that stuff to memory. There are many different tools, and some of you, if you're using invoicing tools, go ahead and drop them in the chat room. Share this knowledge. Use automatic invoicing, please, and thank you so very much. Okay, do not send me an attached PDF or a Word document. Don't let me drop the mic and exit stage left. Okay. Don't attach your invoice in an email and then ask me to make payment. And I'm looking around, where's the link? I mean, my goodness, we have so much technology that we could be using today. There's no reason why we cannot be using tools to invoice. You have so many tools. I mean, between QuickBooks, you have PayPal. What are some other really good ones that's out there? There's Waves. There's I think Harvest does one as well. We have so many different ones. You got to pick what's best for you. Yes. Yes, as your chief visionary, I'm dropping this knowledge on you. 6 important automations that every business should be using. So we talked about invoicing. Here's another really important, depending on your business, you should be setting up the invoicing to go out, receive payment, get a notification if a payment's not made. Also, recurring invoices. If you're on a business where you're recurring, set the recurring feature so that you don't have to leave it to memory on the 1st, the 10th, or the 15th of the month, or every 30 days. You have to remember to send out an invoice. That is not efficient. That's not efficient. And here's the thing, right? If you forgot to send the invoice, don't be upset when you don't get payment on time because you forgot to send it. The other thing you can't do is it is not professional. Sometimes you may need to eat the costs. You forgot to send the invoice last month. You remember this month, and then you want to send a stacked invoice to the client. You can't do that. That's a quick way to get dropped. I mean, seriously, that's not going to work. Okay. All right. So we covered scheduling. We covered invoicing. Next thing we need to cover, guess what? Automate ongoing communication. You need to be able to engage and educate your community, your clients, your prospects, ongoing communication. Use a CRM tool to manage your ongoing communication. If somebody becomes a client, don't just drop them like a hot potato and the only time they hear from you is when they get a bill. Ouch. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. So ongoing communication, whether you are sharing the information via email or you're sharing it through social platforms, you can also use schedulers to distribute your social media messaging to your followers, to your tribe, right? To your community. So ongoing communication, don't pop in and then disappear for 3 weeks or 6 weeks or 3 months and then you pop in again. That is not going to cut the cheese, or better yet, I should say the cheesecake. Hello, Cheesecake Boutique. I see you in there. How are you? How are you? So yes, so make sure that you get your life right on the ongoing communication, right? Don't just show up when you want something or you want to sell something to people. Show up consistently. Is that good or good? Yep. All right. Number 4. This one right here, I find a lot of times companies, they are overworking themselves unnecessarily. Number 4, team training. Automate the team training. What do I mean by that? Record that sucker, put it in a tool, a system where people can go and retrieve the training. They can reinforce learning, record it, stick it in a platform of your choosing. You have so many options. You have Thinkific. If you want to be really sophisticated, you can put it in Drive, in a team folder in Drive. You can put it in Dropbox in a team folder in Dropbox. You can use something called Course Cats. You have many options. You get to pick your poison, run with it, but record team trainings, because if you're building your team, whether they're a W-2 or a 1099, you're going to need to train them on certain aspects of your business. And instead of you constantly remembering to do the training over and over again, it's the standard things, record it, put it there, and allow people to be able to learn that. It is a time saver, increases productivity, and it also reinforces learning. Yes? All right. Number five. Are y'all getting something out of this? Is this good for you? I want to make sure that I'm dropping some golden nuggets right now. Okay. Making sure this is working for you. All right. So number five, lead generation. Your lead generation process needs to be automated. If you don't automate your lead generation process, it is going to be done by happenstance, haphazardly, right? It's going to be done when you need to make a sale. Oh, when you need to remember. It's going to be done at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're up thinking about how can I make the business better? How can I make this better? That's when that's going to happen. And that is not going to work. So lead generation. And I've come into the business lab and we talked about lead generation. So you could pick some information up about that. And also you can pick up information about that off of my YouTube channel, Impact Branding Videos, where I actually do mini trainings about lead generation, marketing, branding strategy. So if you don't have a good lead generation process and you're kind of stuck with mapping it out, you can grab one of those mini trainings. But then I want you to automate your lead generation so that it's not being happening haphazardly. Is that a tongue tie? Say that 6 times, right? So be careful with that. All right, number six, this is really important. Anything that you do that is done repeatedly the same way for each client, each process, each step, you need to automate that, whatever that looks like. Whether it's sending service agreements or contracts to be signed, right? Whether it's requesting information from a new client, or it's sending out a new client welcome kit, or sending documents for the client to complete and get back to you. Anything that you do that's repeated, put it on an automation process. Don't leave things to memory. Don't do that because your brain gets really, really full. There's a lot of things going on and you don't need to like slap all that stuff in there. It's not like you need to leave room for fresh ideas for the universe to download to you. Universe is having a hard time downloading these concepts and ideas because your brain's already full, right? Has no more room trying to squish itself in there, right? So anything that you do that's repeated, any repeated process that's being done, get it on an automation, right? Find a way to automate it. You can automate a lot of things. You may not can automate everything, but you can automate a lot of things. And I'll share with you today that automation is a cost control center in the business. Just like how you have profit centers, you should be looking at cost control centers in the business. Putting things on an automation is a cost control center in the business. So don't neglect it. So let me cover those 1 through 6. There's many more things you can automate, but these are some 6 tips that I wanted to share with you today because I don't want to keep you all day. I want you to just go on and just be amazing and be great. So we talked about automate invoicing, automate scheduling, automate ongoing communication, because you have to educate and engage with your community, existing and prospect clients, right? So after you automate communication, you then need to automate your team training. Get your team training in automation. Stop leaving it to your memory, but also stop redoing it, going over it over and over again. Stop reinventing the wheel. Lead generation, automate that. And number 6, anything that is done repeatedly, a repeated process, automate that thing. Yes. All right, guys, it's your chief visionary, Natasha Davis, here on A Day in the Life of Business. We are inside of my business lab. We are talking about that real biz life. I want you to think big. I want you to build momentum, and I want you to scale fast, right? So I thank you so much for spending time with me this morning. I really hope this has been super, super valuable to you. I do want to share with you that get ready for 2022 because it is coming. Right? It's coming. By the grace of God, we will be here to see it. So if you're thinking about how do I improve my branding, my profits, and my growth, I invite you to the BPG Summit, Branding, Profits, and Growth Summit. It's happening August 5th, and we are going to gear up for 2020. We're going to talk about, business strategy. We're going to talk about your positioning of your brand, getting that blueprint, client acquisition blueprint. I'm going to go over the 6 pillars of how to scale a business. It is going to be a day full of awesomeness. So pop over to bpgsummit.com so you can get the information. If this is something that is for you, then I encourage you to go ahead and register so that we can hang out together on August 5th. Okay. And that is going to be happening at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for my early rising individuals. I appreciate that. Yes. So awesome. I'm so happy that you were able to jump on today and be able to enjoy this information. I hope it's been valuable to you. Clarine, yes, honey, that is a game changer. You free up so much time. It It is a true game changer. Yes, thank you for joining in, and definitely blessings to you on all these other tips. All right, it's your chief visionary, Natasha Davis, reminding you to just really step into a place of greatness with your business. Don't be afraid to build momentum. Don't be afraid to scale. Try something new. All right, try something new. If it's not working, then guess what? Try it again. Try it again. If you are on the replay team, hit that hashtag replay team in the chat room so I know you were here and I can show you some love as well. And as you know, I remind you, I do this for my culture as well. Yes, one love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. All right, come on down to me. You ready? Let's go. One love. Come on, guys. One heart. Let's do what? Let's get together so we can do what? Feel all right. Bring a friend with you next week. We're going to talk about some amazing stuff as well every Thursday at 9 a.m. We're right here. And make sure you go and check out the information for the summit that's happening August 5th. All right, blessings upon blessings. Here we go. All right, now. Dirty remarks, one love. All right, guys, get to work. Be well. Blessings upon blessings. Take care.